4 minutes over. Says arrive.
We're live. Oh.
We got one. Who got?
Alright. And if I can't see you up here, then you're not listening. This is the man that does like me that.
Oh, I can show you.
Well, see, how about you want to see part of your face?
This right here says we're not live yet.
There's Warren. Hey, Warren, how you doing?
Hey, Warren. This says we're not live.
This is at 3. There's Geeky. We
Geeky,
missed you
Patty
last
Heaven.
week. Patty Heaven, how you doing?
Judy. Hey, Judy. Yeah, I ain't got nothing over here.
Refresh.
Refresh.
Yes, refresh.
We've got 8 people in here now.
See?
Okay.
Drop. Hey, how you doing?
Yep, and about a 2-second delay. There's Thrifty.
Thrifty BG and B-Bird.
B-Bird. Well, tell me how everybody's doing. Is anybody flooded?
I think we're probably got the only 20 players on film.
Hey, there's Eli.
Hey, Eli, how
Drops
you doing?
in 5 hens, 4 eggs.
Cool.
That ratio pretty much carries on too. Drop. If you get 12 hens, most times you'll get 10.
Until they start molting and then you get
Hey, there's F&P Paul. That'd be fine, Judy. We ain't got time to work on it now, no way. I've been checking out the cat videos. We got some videos on that already, Rance. They're old videos. But I can oversimplify it for you. You can figure $1 a pound to raise him and $1 a pound to dress him if you carry him somewhere. Depending on what feed costs where you're at. It's really hard for me to tell somebody what it costs to raise a pig because the price of pigs and the price of feed varies so greatly from one part of the country to the other. Troy Hale. We speak to Troy.
Not yet.
Be nice, Levi. Geeky likes his cats. I think he gets a lot of enjoyment out of messing with them cats. I'm not a cat person myself, but I can respect his like for him. May not understand it, but I can respect it. Hey, there's the preacher.
Hey, preacher, how you doing? I got a loose camera. I can hold on to it.
Got a what?
Running around doing whatever else.
B-Bird, we've got a row of collards in the garden that we're going to cook at Thanksgiving and Christmas. And we got some collards planted around in these those little pots I made. You remember little cut off barrels of pots over? We put collards in every one of them to eat and for looks because they're green. There's something green in the winter. That's right, Drop. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell somebody. I can tell you how many pounds of feed you're going to eat, but I can't really tell you what it's going to cost. Not knowing. Everything's different everywhere, you know. Well, something we're really excited about. I know some of y'all saw the video. I hope you did. I know some of you didn't make comments on it.
Hey.
But what do you think about our new thing doing videos with the extension office in the state? Oh yeah, Preacher's got a nice place now. We don't need a cat. He got a cat, son, dog.
He looks like a little.
Yeah, most cats are bigger than he is. He's the only dog we've ever had to worry about hawk getting. Josh gonna move in with a fresh move on his own. Well, we tried, Geeky. You know, that like with anything, it's hard to convince some people some things. You know, it's just really hard to convince people. And Miss Honeycutt is, I mean, she's very well educated. And she actually, y'all have to spread this around a little bit. She actually went to the parasite expo. The the one with the doctorate in internal parasites, and got her information from him, directly from him. And, you know, everything she said, and something I need to clue you in on, when she said the research wasn't there to verify, what that meant in English was it was disproved. It was a really nice way of saying they did the research and it didn't work.
Eli.
What do you like?
I'm still picking on Geeky by his cat.
Well, he's picking. We all know he's picking. Jay, man, I think that's going to happen. I think we're going to be on some of these shows. I know we're going to have some magazine articles about it, and I think we're going to be on TV. Comments got away from me, y'all. If I miss something, don't get mad at me. Well, we've got some notoriety now, Jay, man. Mainly through the show pigs and breeding stock. We've Preacher's Cabin was Mennonite built.
Is it wood or metal? They build metal ones too.
I've seen it. I thought it was wood metal side. I don't want to be famous, Preacher. The last thing. B-Bird, that happens sometimes. And you had to bet, look at it. Sometimes you think you're getting it all, and you're not. I've run into that.
That's what I was just thinking. They clear all the junk up.
Oh, I'm sure they're doing the best they can. But sometimes you just think you've got it all out, and you don't. You know, we run into that. And most time they get mastitis. If they ever get mastitis in a quarter bed, it tends to come back. I don't know if it damages it. DTB, DJ, I ain't famous. I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be a big channel. We don't want to be a big channel. Man, the headaches we have with a little channel. I hate no way. But, you know, I have noticed it when people get big, they quit answering questions, they quit answering hot comments, you know. And we don't want to be like that. We're here to help people. That's why we're here. Well, that is true, DJ. That is true. We knew you were joking, Eli. We knew. Well, Troy, we hear that a lot. We hear that a lot. And something I'm gonna tell you, some of you know it because I helped. But anybody that really needs any help, you know, we'll give you a phone. I mean, I know that's a big no-no in YouTube land. But if somebody really, really needs some help, I don't type good, and I'll give them a phone. I'm gonna screw up and get it wrong once sooner or later, so I'm trying to be careful. But well, we have people come to the house to show up out of clear blue sky. Ride by real slow, ride back by real slow, ride back by real slow, pull in the driveway.
Well, we had one guy that was walking around the yard, and I'm like, hey, what is this? This is the Chris from the YouTube channel, ain't it? And I'm like, Yeah. Chris.
Well, we haven't had anybody up to no good. I mean, everybody we've had, well, I appreciate that, Trey. Everybody we've had so far has been solid. Been good people, just want to see the place. Sometimes they know somebody's kin to me, sometimes they are kin to me. We have a Patreon. We have a Patreon, B-Bird, that one of our viewers helped us set up. And we haven't got it right. I don't know what we've done. We got a video up there about cutting pigs.
The way
We're fine being small.
it's got to be reset up because it's set up that you have to do so many videos a week, and we don't have that kind of time. So it's got to be reformatted so that we can do one video.
But the problem is, I don't want people to have to pay to watch the video.
Well, these people won't.
But we are fixing to monetize.
Because
I thought we had monetized this video tonight. We must not have.
I did.
I didn't ever see an ad. But did y'all see an ad when you come in?
I did monetize it. Did you see?
Well, we understand that YouTube is going to monetize all of the little people like us. Like any of y'all with a preacher, anybody with a small channel, they're going to monetize you for them. Not for you, but for them. That's the new terms of service. So they can get an ad.
I monetized it.
We can do something right.
You know what? Did you help me pick out which one? We did skippable ads.
Yeah, well, we don't know what we're doing. We ain't YouTube people. I mean, we're YouTubers in the strictest sense of the term. We ain't got a clue what we're doing.
Yeah, exactly, B-Bird. That's what we did.
That's what we did. We did one on castrating. Me and Mike cut some pigs. Travis said he got an ad. So we done it right before we come up as afterthought. But Geeky and some other people, right many viewers kind of wanted us to monetize. And then when YouTube said they were going to put ads on the videos anyway, we're always set up. I figured we might as well do it. And the Patreon is not to make money. We've got to figure out how to do it with the lowest possible amount somebody would have to pay. And then we got to figure out how to do it. I would love to have it where it was like pay-per-view, where you could pay like a quarter and watch the video. We just did it for the videos on stuff that we can't really just put on
It
YouTube.
comes to a corn machine.
That's right, Geeky. That's exactly right. That's what I was told. Well, that's what I was told. I want to tell you something else. I got us through with that Super A. Anybody that was really enjoying the Super A videos, we got as through with it as we could get today. The guy that owns it went and got an aftermarket carburetor. And it ain't right. Eli, I'm going to ask you mess with some tractor. This carburetor looks like the one that was on the 35 first, and it was supposed to fit this Super 8, and it bolts on and everything, but it's just not right. The first one I put on is just way too much fuel, and of course the new carburetor's not going to take it apart and mess with it. And the one we've got on there now is running, but you can't adjust it. It don't matter where you turn the adjusting screws, it runs the same. Talk about the merchandise. We did think about selling some you'll never plow a field but turn it over in your mind stickers and stuff one time, but you know that ain't us. We ain't trying to. Oh, they ain't nothing changes nothing, DJ. You can turn to idle. The carburetor ain't no good. I know the carburetor ain't no good, but neither Eli. It's an aftermarket, probably made in China. Kind of maybe a copy of a big Marvel like we're going first. Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna be honest with y'all about something, especially Jay, man. I'll be honest with you. Uh, People don't like the truth. People don't like the truth. They don't like it when you tell the truth. They've got a fairy tale in their mind, and a lot of people that watch YouTube channels are they want a fairy tale. They want to hear that you can leave the city, quit your job, buy 5 acres of land. All right, Eli, do that. Well, you can buy a Zenith replacement here for about $300. These are $100 piece. I see why the guy went and bought it. But I put two on it. He carried one back and got the only other one the place had. First one wouldn't even run. You could sit there and turn the fuel on, turn the just dial the mixture screw. You could turn it in, cut the fuel off, and cut it. You had to sit there and play with it to keep it running. Okay, Geeky. That's what I needed to know. Thank you. Get up with me sometime tomorrow. We'll talk. We'll see how to go about doing it. Oh no, DJ, changing time didn't do any good. I actually went in and reset the points one time just to make sure, because if you get your points off, gap off bad enough, it'll make them run kind of stupid. That's kind of my opinion too, Eli. I'm not. 8 out of 10 farm miles around here got as lean as on. But I'm gonna tell you that ethanol gas messes them up a whole lot worse than the marbles. I like the marble, the cast iron marble, a whole lot better, whole lot better. B-Bird ours are still 95 cents a pound, but everybody needs that process themselves. Well, that's right, Draw. Most of the people in here, they already know that, but it's the people just kind of pop over and look at one video and they get their feelings hurt because we're telling them the truth and it's not what they want to hear, and ain't nothing I can do about that. It used to really bother me. Nowadays, I just ignore it, delete. They're too aggravating to block them. But everybody needs to know how to butcher at home. That's a very important skill.
When is Paul doing his? That would be a good time to video.
Yeah, we're gonna try to do that. I've got a neighbor, a good friend of mine, that they may kill at home this year. If they kill at home, we're gonna video it.
But he has said he wants to, but that doesn't mean he will.
Well, our problem is we have issues with the weather. You've got to have cold weather to kill hogs, and that's just a fact. Anybody tells you're not killing hogs in cold weather that don't have anywhere to put it, walk-in cooler, not sure there being maybe one pig. But here, when people kill hogs, we kill 8, 10, 12, 15 times. It's a community project.
That's what he's talking about, a big one, doing a lot at one time.
Yeah, well, that's tradition. Here, 14 is tradition. That's exactly right, Tim. They want the answers and agree with what they already think. That's not too bad, B-Bird, because ours is 95 cents a pound, dress weight. So, say our tops average 220 dressed.
You get, depends on the pig and the build of the pig. You get more than 60 to 72%.
The leaner the hog, the better they dress out. I will tell you that.
We figured out, we've done the math. We can get a pig, if it's plumper, you're gonna get less fat.
Yeah, they throw that fat away.
Anyway, we really do that.
Eli, she's talking about a tractor her brother's got. I don't even know if it's a farm hog or Alice, what it is. One that has been broke down for a while. We sell most of our pigs as feeder pigs, J-Man. We try to sell them when we win. About 45 pounds, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, 8 to 10 weeks old. I top out so many a year, you know. Like the ones we're topping out right now, 3 of them are ours, and then 5 of them belong. Well, really, 2 of them are ours. One of them's my friend of mine that we're topping out for, and he does a lot for me. So I try to do that for him. You know, he does a lot for us. We try to do a little. It's the least I can do is talk about a few. And then 5 of them belong to other people.
But they don't have anywhere to keep them, so.
That's right, drop. Selling them as feeders is more profit. Well, actually, I take that back. Let me take that back. With what we get for tops, if we do sell a top, we get $3.50 or $4 a pound for a top dressed. And bear in mind, it's $1 a pound to get dressed. But that means we get $3 a pound for it. And that's not too bad, but you got a lot of time in it and facilities, and it's a lot more trouble. It's more money. It's actually probably more profitable to sell tops if you have a market where you can sell them for more than what they would bring. We sell our.
If you figure out how much time you got into it, you're going backwards.
Well, there's some
6-7 months to get them.
Tracy, we do not. Salt cured hams. We probably could do that, but we haven't cured a ham. We haven't cured a ham for ourselves in years. We have somebody else do it. I got a friend of mine does ours. He's got stuff to do it with. Yes, it's been it is 10 years or so. Future Farm, good to have you in here. We do not condone pallet fencing. In fact, in some areas, if you have an animal get out with pallet fencing, they will tell you it was not adequate and you'll get in trouble. But we don't like it. It's usually, we just don't like it. It won't work good here. It rocks too fast. Termite feed it too fast anyway. Well, preacher, it depends on, with meat prices going up, you should be able to raise your own pigs cheaper than you can buy. Cause you figure what's pork at the grocery store? What's grocery store pork prices? We don't buy any at the grocery store. You're gonna have a 300-pound pig that should dress what, 240, 250?
Around 230, 240. Remember, you're getting 6.
Hey, there's Crazy Food Recycle Paradise. I'm sorry if I missed anybody.
No more than 72%, and that's your best possible. Absolutely, because you got to take out for most of the bones, the skin, the head. You know, you're not gonna get any more than 72% ever.
And the fatter the hog is, that number goes down. I think it might be close to 75. No, 72.
Even if you get the head back, that is not included in your dress weight, usually. Because you have to request the head, and most of them you won't give it to you because it has so much.
It depends if the state man's there or not. Yeah. State man's not there, you get it. He's there, you didn't get it.
Yeah, so that's not included in your dress weight. That head is usually just something to do as a favor.
Well, this is oversimplified, preacher, and you're right, Drop. Everybody needs to know how to do it. Well, I wish we could do more videos on how to do it.
Walmart brand. We've been doing some Walmart brand shopping lately.
Yeah, that's pretty sorry food, man. Yeah. Well, here's a good rule with preacher. I figure it takes $1 a pound to raise a hog. So a 250-pound hog, you got $250 in it. That ain't counting buying him for fencing. But you figure your fences are, they're spread out over every hog you're ever gonna have. When you build a fence one time, these are permanent. So we figure $1 a pound in feed a little bit of warmer, about $1 a pound of raisin. So that's a rule of thumb here. Now, that's gonna change depending on where. Yeah, I think we do better. I really think we do better raising our own pigs. Then you got to figure any gas and time to go to the slaughterhouse. If you keep track of everything, you might be getting up about $1.50 a pound if you keep track of every little thing. And then it's $1 a pound to get them processed. You got about $2.50 a pound to be safe. It's been a while since we've been up R17. We're glad to have you. So you see what I'm saying? We're doing pretty good. You figure what we say $2.50 a pound is about what you're gonna have in it raising. So a friend of ours actually kept track of every dime. Hey Jeremy, they raised a pig up here back when we first got married. They kept track of every dime, and they said it was considerably cheaper than buying it, didn't they? So I think you can raise them cheaper than buying. That's buying feeder pigs.
And they were doing 2 at a time, which is actually, mathematically speaking, if you do more than one, you really don't use that much more feed to do 2 than you do 1.
Well, it takes $1 a pound in feed to feed them. You only look at about 3 pounds. But 2 grow better. You better off do 2. And if you do 2, something else I'll tell you, your average family will eat 2. The average family's gonna eat 2 a year. 3 or 4 people in the family, they're gonna eat 2 a year. Maybe 3. And if you want to be 3, even numbers work better. That sounds crazy, but even numbers do seem to do better. They're easier to manage. But if you do 4, you can sell 1. Always remember, you sell 1. There's going to be a market. Meat's going to be scarce. Drop. Well, I don't recommend breeding hogs for anybody who wants meat fish. Because it's a whole lot cheaper. You can buy feeder pigs a whole lot cheaper than you raise them.
We normally do 2 and we need it by the time it rolls around.
I understand that. Drop for it before I forget it. You'd be all right with it. It's well drained. This is what I'm about to tell you now. It's well drained. It won't hold water. This won't be a sloppy total mud hole. Or if you have some concrete, he asked a question. If you have some concrete in half of it, if you can find old concrete slab, old anything concrete slab you can build a bin on top of, put half of it concrete, a 16 by 16 or 16 by 24 will be more than big enough for it. That would be the top. That would be the 250. And remember what I said, don't run your top unless you're gonna kill them at home, make lard. If you're gonna kill them at home, make lard, by all means, feed them as big as you want to. But if you're gonna take them somewhere and pay somebody to dress them, remember they charge you by hanging weight with the fat on them. Then they cut all that fat off because you can't use it and throw it in the bucket. You had to pay them to cut it off and throw it in the bucket. So if you're not gonna make lard or get the fat, take it home and make lard. Don't feed out a big fat 350 pound hog.
Something that we also found that deals with that, if you've got like hunting dogs, it helps keep calories on them in the wintertime. If you're not used to making lard out of it.
He says he gets back. We get right much better than that. But he said ask for the skin, blood, organs, and lard and get 65%. So we do a lean hog. So all our fat goes into the sausage.
Mom, make what?
Hey, Mom, so all our fat goes back into the sausage, and we get the skin back. Plus, we get the liver and everything, and the head. We get the head. I don't know if that's included in the. I think that's actually included in the 72%.
But we asked for. We've got some friends who like.
We got friends that like barbecue pig heads.
what's that cheese stuff they said they make too?
No, a hog's head's a barrel. When you hear people talking about hog's head cheese, they're talking about a barrel.
Oh, okay.
No, cheese is made is stored in a barrel. Well, yeah, if you got 3/4 of acre, you got plenty of room.
Kaleidoscope.
Well, that's the way to do it, Drop. Everybody needs to work together. That's something else I'm going to tell y'all folks now, and I want you to listen to me. We're getting to the times where some teamwork might be necessary. I know nowadays, in today's day and time, that people forgot how to work together. Neighbors have forgot to work together and trade work back and forth and help each other. Well, that's something else too, Eli. The way we get ours cut up, we get a lot of the bone back. We get a lot of bone in cuts too. We should have pointed that out. We get a lot of bone in cuts. We get the backbone cut. We got the bone in the ham steaks. We got the bone in the pork chops. And I guess really, we probably didn't say that. We should have. It makes you pound back percentage look real good, but you're getting bone.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, we get the feet back, we get the tail back, we get everything back, and then we give that stuff away.
We tried the boneless pork chops sometimes, and they turned out really good, but they were small. You can tell we lost a lot on those. As far as size wise, we did lose a lot on that.
That's what we're talking about. You use a computer. I miss something, folks.
I've been having a hard time keeping up with this.
Well, if I miss something important, ask me again or tell me again, because I didn't ignore you on purpose. Just, I can't do it. Well, yeah, that's right, DJ. It's going to get to the point where it's supposed to be here before, right?
No,
After Thanksgiving.
They said that Thanksgiving weekend, so that would be after Thanksgiving.
Okay. That'll be fine. I'm looking forward to it too. It runs off a belt, so I might figure out some way to PTO drive it or. I wish y'all could see this.
He's sleepy.
We'll put him in his lap because I got to get up and sleep.
His lap. In my lap. He's used to going to bed at a certain time.
Yeah, we're going to be in the mountain. I'll let everybody know. Especially since it gets dark at 3 o'clock.
Not 3 o'clock. 5 o'clock, doesn't it? Oh, you bumped your head. What?
What?
He busted his head open trying to get to you. I don't know what he was at.
Oh, he grabbed his arm in.
Okay. Okay, where did you leave off? Okay, you Scholastic basketball at the Hammer Mill Song to start with. Lawmaker Ranch said that Goodwill sells used computers. That's good to know.
Yeah,
because this one's probably on its last leg. It's getting harder and harder to start. And turn off easily. It takes like 15 minutes to get started. Let's see. One with this computer, these big corporations, these computers, they bought the options and you can find more people eBay. I had a friend in Georgia who used to buy them to buy pallets at auctions.
Well, I don't know nothing about computers, though.
Well, we are going to need one. My O button, I super glued it back in place. So if you ever get the email from me, the O's not there.
Oh, that's something else I want to tell y'all. If somebody emails me, I don't think I miss any emails. I email back. But check your spam. If you sent me email and didn't get it, check your spam. Because I've been told it goes straight to spam.
Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about computers. Mint operating system on it, more security windows. Do I have to clear the windows completely out first? That's a good idea, Clyde, especially the ones who, I'm good. No computers. Kaleidoscope said to get a teenager to tell you if it's a good computer, because they would know. But
Right.
also, especially I told them if the ones that say I'm a gamer, then they really know computers. But we have a gamer wannabe.
You see what Drop said about blowing out the fan?
Yeah. Laptop. It's a laptop. But I would love to have a desktop, a good solid desktop that gives you so much more study. Okay, I'll check on that.
Thank you, Kaleidoscope. We were hoping everybody would get dollars out of it.
But one said many years ago he was that teenager.
I never was. Y'all please do this thing. I've never played video games. Not never ever. Never not once.
See, I'm scared to do a big purchase of a computer and from the yard sale site, which I buy stuff from the yard sale sites all the time. But
We get stuck on all.
we get stuck, so especially on a computer you don't really know anything about. Oh. Drop said that Windows 10 has a defect that it doesn't run the fan like it's supposed to, so they always seem to overheat.
Oh, okay. They know. I guarantee you probably know.
Mm-hmm. Freaky's getting a drone.
A drone? We ain't getting a drone.
He's going to tie a camera to his duck.
Oh,
The poor man's drone.
we got a pet hawk now.
Yeah. I got pictures of him. I got a short video of him. He comes up really close to us and he sits there and looks at us. Or either he'll turn his back and pretend you're not there. He did that to me the other day. He saw me and he turned his back like, no.
He don't remember on the mouse.
Well, that's good. That's good. What you can say. Yeah, we make tea. So more than normal just feed spillage, a little bit here, a little bit there. We have all that from where we make tea and it makes a mess. I mean, you can't do it indoors. We have a shelter for it, just for the tea. But it brings in mice. You can't go out there without seeing mice just go wherever. And if it wasn't for Samson taking the cat, we would have a barn cat. The mice. But no. So instead of getting a cat, we got a hawk. Works out.
And he's a small hawk.
Well, I haven't figured out if it's girl or boy yet. How do you tell?
He's probably a boy, girl, baby.
Baby.
B-Bird, I've got a 52 model and a 59 model that I farm with. That's what I like it. Especially at 35. I like those gas. Can you hear me?
I don't know. Can y'all hear it?
I walked off to make that piece of delicious toast. What happened?
I lost track on comments. They kept all of them coming at one time.
Yeah, I don't know if we've ever explained it, y'all. They do that. They all pop it.
So there's like 3 or 4 comments in a row that I didn't get to.
Well, B-Bird asked me about the old man Spurs Dragger.
Well, that's where I got now. There's some above him that I didn't get.
Believe it or not, preacher, we got some catfish farms down the road from us. And bald eagles around that catfish farm pretty, huh? see them all, we used to see them all the time, at this year. Don't look like we want to there all that.
Judy said that she's got 2 drones that the DEA keeps sending over there on the camera. Because the guy in her neighborhood was a dealer.
Oh, come on, man.
Bali, we were talking about that. Bali was just that. Thought we were simply so.
Hey, Rick, what you say?
Yeah, there was one run over. We did not run over. And I'm like, Chris, stop. I want his feathers. He's like, no, you don't either. We don't want those feathers anywhere near us. The eagle.
We're saving our squirrels for hard time, Kevin. We got thousands.
I like this.
She on the feed barrel.
Yeah, they do that. They eat holes in plastic. Feed barrels. They eat holes in.
They're pretty good,
duty.
Rick. You can't even have a feather.
Yeah. He wouldn't let me get the feathers from the bed. He's in the middle of the road.
That's all hate bread's got dust missing.
It's whole grain.
Somebody should run through the mill again.
Yeah, he's trying not into the whole eating healthy thing. You got, that's my bread. Why'd you get my bread? Whole grain, mine. White yours.
We got them too, preacher. Well, I won't kill them. That's right, it's not a scope. They didn't mean people know that trick. Where? You know?
Yeah.
Find the right way.
We already eat it now. Yeah. S&P Farms. I cannot get the hog mineral supplement. I have checked out every feed store, co-op, and Tractor Supply within 80 miles of me.
Where
Is
they
there
at?
any other animal supplement that I could use?
Where y'all at?
Yeah, where are you located? Catch! Homestead Outdoors. He said that for real, y'all, there was 2 DA drones out there
I
all
believe
the time
it.
at night.
These fly helicopter over our house every night.
Asheville has white squirrel. Every once in a while you find a white one
White
around
rock
here.
for a reason. But that's why I won't kill them. I killed one time. Get him mounted, and then get him mounted. I felt like such a tail hole going right there. I ain't never killed another.
Alright, one Comac computers would like to set up his machines using VM to run both Windows and Linux at the same time. It's just kind of costly to do that. Karen said those are real big ones like
Yeah, that's 2 or 3 times. Might be 3 times costly. We call it greatest test for it.
Valley Head, Alabama.
All right.
Northeast part of Alabama.
Google Bart McMillan Company and see if you can get them to ship. I don't know if they've got they're in the western part of North Carolina. That's all done. Right north.
That needs to check in that place down. Bartlett Mountain.
Here it is, Bartlett Milling Co. LP.
They do have a website.
Now, you use soybean meal and mineral supplements to do the same thing. It'll be more expensive. Do you order it from the website?
Not sure. Find your facility. They're in Kansas,
You get it in Kansas.
Carolina, North Carolina, Virginia, North Carolina, Missouri.
You get it in Missouri.
Their main headquarters in Missouri. Their mill, so we got a mill in Goldsboro, which is not too far from us. It's a distribution center as well. Wilson Mills is another mill. Coffeyville, Kansas, Statesville, North Carolina. Then the distribution centers are Florence, South Carolina, Westburg, Virginia, Lynchburg, Virginia, and Shelby, North Carolina. That doesn't mean they won't send you something. You might have to call though and order it.
I got flour too.
Alright, here's for your, to find your local dealer, distributor, do this one. This is another website. They got
What is it? Come here. Get them on. Get them on.
you can contact the rep. Call them, maybe.
That might be an opportunity for you. You might could be the local dealer.
Yeah, they do. Most of these are there's a South Carolina, there's a Virginia, but most of them in North Carolina. There's a Western Tennessee, Western Virginia, Western North Carolina, Central North Carolina. Looks like they're headed your way too. Honestly, from the looks of this, their stores in the eastern side of Atlanta, but they have looked at the amount of stores they sell at on this side of Atlanta. This is the all those are stores they sell at on the eastern side of Atlanta. And you go, I moved the wrong way and I don't know. You
Well,
go
Warren, I don't know what kind of sticky you want.
This
We'll probably
way.
make you a sticky.
but see, there's no more stores out on that side of Atlanta. So yeah, that would definitely be something that you could check into and see if they can start shipping you some. Maybe you can be their distributor, something along those lines.
But you can get mineral supplement, soybean meal, byproduct meal, like
Warren, what did you want on the sticker? What is it? I missed something.
I need to.
No. Missouri's gonna get rain the next 2 days. Easy and drop or something. We don't know what kind of sticker anymore. Classic says the I-85 is a major artery into Atlanta, and that's why they are better stopped than the west side of the city. Rob said the feed store I buy from is a basin feed. There's 3 of them in Spokane area. Jeremy says I hope we get some rain in Oklahoma. Really dry right now.
Yeah, we only got spread next last week.
We have so much water. Still flooded.
I think the cubic's 18 inches, you know, everything.
What is it?
They should have got building in big posts.
Anybody got any questions?
Yeah, we had a discussion at church one time, to substitute sweetener for turkey wood. I miss that one.
Yeah.
Fill me in. I miss something. I got hungry. I'm making toast. We get delicious butter on it. Since the doctor told me I can't eat butter with a spoon anymore. All the time. The way it works. Baby bird, we're gonna have some in a week. They ain't gonna be ready. They're gonna be born in a week. They're gonna be ready in 8 weeks. That's the best way to be, too, drop. Debt free is the place for me.
We're not, but it sounds good.
Yeah, we don't have much. Well, I'm sure most people would love to be in the boat. The biggest problem we got is the old Farm Bureau, so yeah, appreciate the $7.
Yeah, they really are dogs of us. The coating on the other ones, my real prescription went bad and couldn't see through. So I went and got some and $100.
That's Miss Preacher.
Ah, well, hi, Miss Preacher. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Miss.
The Miss comes first.
You know, Warren, we ain't heard nothing good at that area up there in a long time. That's where y'all had a bunch of trouble there.
Again? I thought they got what they wanted.
Where you going?
just gonna take it.
That's what I was just talking about.
I thought they got what they want, so it should be nice.
Well, Warren, we got a bunch of people moving in around here. They've been a steady influence from California for the last 2 years. That might be good. Because it's not an hour and a half up to bedtime. You want to do it? Oh, but
Well, actually, you can answer my question, but I think he's talking about the supplement that we use when we make our food. It's, 40%, I think. Kaleidoscope asked S&P Farm what kind of minerals they're looking for, and I told them that
they not getting the minerals, but they're not getting the stuff.
I'm not sure who wouldn't say.
No matter. Well,
Yeah. 14 people tried to buy the land you bought. What did you get? The bidding war?
Red y'all won. Stay positive, Warren. Stay positive.
Yep.
Patience ain't never been one of my strong points either. It pays off in the long run. You wait, Nancy. You still got photos on. You ain't kind of it. You walk there to go Jake, you still there, no, it's not that. That has to work.
Well,
Y'all will go and see on our lead.
he knows it's too late for you to leave.
Well, get up. We'll go stand in front of you. Sure, what are you playing?
Oh. I've been feeding these rascals too. The red ones, they close a lot faster. The green ones are slow to close. I think the red ones may be more mature. I'm not sure, honestly. But I was catching flies the other day and dropping them down.
Well, look, I need to tell y'all something while I feel some people in here. I'll try this
I
through
think
now.
everything's good.
And without making people panic, I need y'all to kind of tell your friends and neighbors about this. Something I want you to understand. The COVID shut down packing plants. Any kind of food processing plant, it shut it down. It shut down slaughterhouses, it shut down canning facilities, it shut down frozen food facilities, and a lot of food got wasted. A lot of animals got destroyed and buried or destroyed and incinerated. A lot of crops got just dumped out and let rot because there was nowhere to send them to get. There was no final destination for them. There was no need to raise pigs and chickens when there was no way to get them frozen. So they were destroyed and the companies went bankrupt. one of the largest pork producers in the world, or at least in America, went bankrupt here locally. Well, they're out of business. They're done. Well, if they get a profit. See, now with the restrictions fixing to shut everything back down again, it's only going to get worse. So food shortages are a definite thing. It's not speculation. It's not tinfoil hat. It's not, the sky's falling. There's going to be food shortage. Now, if that means you're not going to be able to get food, I doubt it. I doubt it means you're not going to be able to get food. You may not be able to get the food you want, but you're going to pay dearly for what you get. Prices are going to go out. They're already going up.
Well, our governor has already said that if numbers don't look better by December 4th, December 3rd,
well, if they bring the full on quarantine back,
it's
going to be tragic. It's going to be tragic. And I don't want to get into what the thing's doing and what it's not doing and all that stuff. They should be seeds, preacher. There should be seeds because, a lot of times the seeds you buy are 3 or 4 years old when you get them,
If you keep them in the freezer, don't they keep
Yeah, they keep forever.
You can't
Well,
take them
they
out and put them back and take them out and put them back, but you keep them in the freezer.
I don't know why there's toilet paper shortage. I don't.
People are afraid they're gonna have to go in the full-on lockdown again and not be able to
That's
leave their
above
home.
my pay grade. But I know the problem with food is the food didn't get processed. It got grew, but it didn't get processed. It got discarded instead of processed. They might be Costco. I don't. When the first time with the shortage, I didn't know a whole lot about what was going on. I thought, well, does it give you bad diarrhea? Is that why everybody's getting it? But I know for a fact, not speculation, that there's going to be. Well, that's right, Jeremy. That's right, and that's what I said. I want y'all to listen to something now. I want y'all to listen. This might be important. We've got a YouTube community, right? All these little homestead channels, we help each other. If preacher needs to know something, if he calls me, I'm gonna tell him. We support each other. We've got a good community. But we need to extend that YouTube community out to the real world. It may be as simple as you taking your tractor and disking up, running the roads for your neighbor to have a garden. We need to try to do all we can. And something else I worry about, and this may be, being a little paranoid, but I worry what's going to happen when we've got food because we had the forethought and foresight to go ahead and be growing, and always do it every year, and everybody else doesn't. Well, I appreciate that drop. Well, that's right, Jeremy. And Jeremy, write what he tells you down. It's important. These old people know what to do. You talk to these old people that grew up having to grow their own food. You talk to these people that grew up where if they didn't grow their food or hunt it or gather it, they went hungry. Well, you fix that, Bird. You fix that. Trust me, man, that's stuff I can't grow. I can't grow a radish to save my life. Or a beet. Well, that's right, Drop. Talk to the older people. They can tell you what works and what don't work. You know. Like we were talking about worming pigs and pumpkins the other day. Uh, that's the easy answer. You talk to these old people, they tell you that the worming will lie. They had to use lye in the old days. Preacher, I was just sitting there thinking about could you eat kudzu? Had I ever heard tell anybody eat kudzu jelly? I don't think kaleidoscope extra coffee ever goes bad. I think that's one of those. I don't be Bert. I don't follow the almanac. We have some people here that do, but I will tell you this: you may think I'm insane, but I promise you there's something to it. There's something to planting by the phases of the moon, to grow with the moon or the wane of the moon. There is something to that. As you plant stuff on the grow of the moon, it does come up faster. We kept track of it. There's something to that. That's exactly right, Warren. That's exactly right. That's the way I feel about it too. I don't mind helping anyone. I despise doing something for you. I'll help you any way I can help you. I'll go help you work. I'll go help you do whatever you need me to do as long as you're there doing it with me. But the idea of having to take money, I went and worked it out, especially as hard as I got to work to get money, because I don't know how to say this, but I'll be honest with y'all. I got a bad habit of charging. A really bad habit of feeling sorry for people. Because I do mechanic work's expensive. And probably more percentage of what I do than I like to admit sometimes gets done for free. You let that 85-year-old neighbor have trouble with his 140 he's in the garden with, and if I charge him for the parts, we're probably doing good. Especially if they want a whole lot to it. What's the Foxfire books, baby? I think I've heard of them. A little bit of everything. Talking about having good. I don't like good involved. Yeah, I told somebody one day if it could control the ocean, people short suck dirt out the post office. If there is something to bury in post on the grow of the moon, there'll be way too much dirt, and then the wane of the moon, there won't be enough. That's right, Jeremy. They don't live without any money. Well, that's the way people are, Drop. The older I get, the more just accustomed, the more I get used to it. We're monetized, Kaleidoscope. We can you can probably do a super chat. This video is monetized. Not that I'm asking you to do it, but you probably do it. I get that. Give me a hard cherry.
You might actually like this hog dressing, log cabin building.
Yeah, it does sound something I like.
Iron making, blacksmithing, flintlock rifles, bear hunting.
That does sound just right in my alley, don't it? Yeah, Warren, you see why I couldn't tell you. Well, my daddy always told me you'd be amazed at what you can get used to. I was sitting there, you don't see a super chat, but I got it pulled up over here. I don't know.
I may have to set that up before we
Yeah,
start.
it might have been something we didn't do right. Probably ain't geeky. We didn't know you had to do that. Don't know how to do it. I'd like to read, Jeremy. I'd like to read a lot.
I don't see where you can set up such a thing.
Well, move the thing out the way for each comment. It's big as we know.
Figure it out.
Well, we need geeky to come here and stay with us about a week. Cause I do all this shit.
You can take them.
You stay in the spare bedroom too.
Mhm.
There should be.
He goes and gets one
Might
piece of
not
food
drop. We've only ever
and brings it,
monetized
goes
one
on the
live.
floor and sits down.
We've actually been monetized for months. Months. Just only
Probably,
ever since we got 1,000 subs. Because we had the view time when we hit 1,000 weeks. No, it
it was
probably won't.
before the COVID stuff, so we probably are hitting close to a year. It was a month.
Maybe, but we ain't never bothered monetizing.
Because yeah, it was before all that stuff came. Plus, that always ask the good day.
That's probably right. Good night, Troy.
Have a, in case we don't see you before Thanksgiving, have a great Thanksgiving.
When is it?
The week from yesterday. I don't believe it. They don't believe it. That Thanksgiving's a week away. Or less than a week away. Yeah.
Days of the week around here just kind of all run together.
Well, yeah, if you go and jump up on me, come on.
I know it's Friday because they're going to get a fish plate. It's on Wallace on Friday. Other than that, Saturday, Monday, Wednesday. We did try to put a video on Thursday. If anybody remembers it's Thursday.
We're going to bed.
You know, Judy, I've done the exact same thing. I took in a stray or two over the years. I took in a young couple years ago that was struggling and got kicked out of the house and everything. They did the same thing. They robbed me blind from the trouble. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. That's a good. We don't tell you happy Thanksgiving now. Well, that's kind of what happened to me, Judy. They stole some old money we had. Old silver money. It was my granddaddy's and great granddaddy's. Silver dollar. My granddaddy told you everywhere he went. He was a firm believer in you needed a few bullets in your pocket, one more silver dollar. You're a dollar with you and a few extra shells. Now, I don't think nobody in my family ever could afford a watch. They had them, they didn't keep them until they passed away and they got handed down. I'll put you like that. Especially not a Rolex. That's expensive. Sure. We ain't never had no jury. Well, that's the problem nowadays, Judy. Used to you could kind of help people. Yeah, Clyde Scott. Used to you could. Mine might not be for Jimmy. I don't know. I know they didn't have it. I don't think they did.
Ask the parents how we arrange that.
I can read that. I worked a public job one time. I knew that kind of a car. I studied one all day long.
Okay. Let's get back to Kaleidoscope said the Chris and Judy, they got my 38, my son's getting that top 10, 600. I found them on our email. Jeremy said, getting a bit tired, so 4 days cleaning up more broken trees tomorrow. That ice storm we have. Y'all take care. Talk to everyone on. Good night, Jeremy. Scott said, yeah, I give everyone the benefit of the doubt and expect the worst failing nowadays. Family Garden, the amen was for your comment on following the Father. um, Makeup is wonderful.
You know,
Thank you. But makeup helps.
you know, there's a saying in the Bible. It says, build your house by the road and be a friend to every man that passes. And I think that's something that most people around here put to heart and always try to live by that rule. But nowadays, I guess since dope got into the picture, it makes it hard. You're still obligated to try to help them. It makes it hard to do.
When I was growing up, everyone in the community was, I mean, all you had to do is ask your neighbor, and everybody was there. Everybody helped one another. Now it's every man for himself. Everybody is always worried about.
Not everybody. It's not that way with everybody.
It's more common for everybody to worry about themselves and helping the fellow man.
You'll notice the people from here.
My little boy was like white blonde hair and big blue eyes. He had these lines. He looked like that big blue eyes and white blonde hair. When you get older, I don't know. You experience. I bet he's beautiful. DR is my first and last, and OP stands for Outlaw Productions because I stand against the beast of sea.
You know, everybody in the world has got a cool name for their channel, right? Got cool stories for their channel name. But we don't. Ours is what we're gonna call this outfit.
I think it is. I do. And I came up with it. I think that's probably why he doesn't like it.
No, I don't. I like it.
But it fits. It fits. Yeah. Because he thinks this fits right. Because it's going to fit in his heart.
I like it. I like it. People don't understand it though. That it's confusing. But it's true enough. You know.
I've got a friend of mine that's got lashes like that. I'm so envious. She's got black eyelashes and never has to wear mascara.
Yeah, I got
That is
beautiful eyelashes
beautiful.
too, Steve.
Y'all got to see when I have glasses. They don't happen very often. Put the picture. I think it fits. What was one sticker? What did you want in the sticker? Never found out.
We make stickers, man. There's a reason we were there.
We.
Yeah.
And I'm planning on working on it sometime. Not necessarily, but over the holiday, Thanksgiving, to make Christmas stuff.
Oh, I know. Everything on Darlene looks better than it does on me. I don't know, preacher. There's some videos you watch to kind of speculate on that. The only one we know is we got the only one we know is we got a friend of ours got about 25,000. Now what he say he I ain't gonna name no names. He got about 25,000, which YouTube calls him a micro channel, which will make us a nano channel.
Didn't say
Or
$700 or $800 a month.
I think it was five. I don't know if it was that much. Maybe it was $500 a month. Oh yeah, we love fried turkey.
Dangerous.
Well, Warren, I don't think YouTube's like there you go, Geeky. Geeky don't spot it. I'm back to me YouTube viewers don't rise. Judging
Do
by
you
some of them comments
smoke
we
your
have.
own turkey or you buy it smoked? And then fry it.
Fried smoked turkey. I just caught it. I thought he was talking about
Two different ones.
I thought he was talking about two different.
Fried turkey is so good.
I bet a fried smoked turkey would be.
His cousin took me to
Hey Eric.
Cracker Barrel for my birthday, and they had fried turkey.
He said Chris is saying.
Oh.
Well, email me your address, Warren, and you might get one first.
Never Paul Field?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That ain't no problem.
Yeah.
You can get any cover you want, as long as it's white.
Within reason.
You know, another problem with a fried turkey
But that
is that
fried
peanut
turkey-
oil. It's delicious. We cook them on the pig cooker because we ain't got to buy that peanut oil. And I don't know if y'all ever caught on with this or not, but I'm cheap. Frugal. I'm frugal. I'm not cheap. Frugal.
I'm so, it's tight,
I have an allergic reaction to spinach.
tight. Frugal is actually expensive.
Well, with my Scotch Irish descent, I'm cursed with short arms and deep pockets. Not my fault. Oh, I love the peanut oil. God, I don't like having to buy it. And we always buy it, cook a turkey, so when we use it for everything else, it goes rancid, and we don't use it.
You got to use it quick.
Yeah, it'll go bad on
Turn quick. So it's not one of those things you can keep around for a good long time. But it is good.
Yeah, I do love it.
Fried turkey.
especially Cajun fried turkey.
Mhm. Oh, I get that Tony Saster's butter Cajun injectable. Good stuff. That makes your average turkey into very good. Very good.
What's the Cajun at it now? You know, well, get the crows to
Drop some eggs and cut up pieces and try it. They're going in the garden with you. That may be why it's so good because I like it to eat. That's the only place I'll eat chicken nuggets. I'm not kidding. I will not eat those processed meat grind up patties that you don't. No, I can't do it. I can't do it.
you know, cross cut we used to have. We used to have oil stove. They would probably run on peanut oil. I'm sure it would. It run on about anything you put it.
Warren, I haven't come up with a plan yet. I did ask my mom if she wanted to come in. I guess I'll make it. Well, I asked her every year. She hardly ever
Ah,
comes.
she. Well, she put it in right there. Or I'm gonna go down for a
It's supposed to go down this weekend.
You know, B Bird, we've talked about it a whole lot. We've talked about it a whole lot. I've got another idea that I saw on YouTube. This ain't my idea, I stole it. If I can think of the channel, I'll tell you where to go look at it. If I can't remember who it was, just something I think to recommend it. But they took an old refrigerator and cut a hole in the side of it in the bottom corner and another like put a plate with holes, drilled holes in it where you can turn the plate and open and shut it, like on the side of a grill. And fixed a refrigerator where they can cold smoke something. And that looked like a really, really good idea. Thank you, Eric. I got to get up with you one day this week. But we've been going to bed at 9 o'clock. It does sound like a good idea. But you know how anything you see on YouTube is, you got to try it, see if it works, you know. Oh, Preacher's daughter, Annabeth, is going to be 11 Monday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I don't think you can over smoke it, B-Bird. I wouldn't think. You know. But you know, the way we used to do it here, you had some cold weather in the winter. We don't get cold weather anymore. And you just build. We didn't ever have to do, like if you watch Danny down Deep South, he shows you how to build a fire outside. He does some baking like that. And, you know, you build a fire outside the smokehouse and then Well, we have used liquid smoke. It'll give you the smoke taste. That's the way we do bacon. Is we just put it in a Tupperware pan full of salt 3 days. Put a little bit of that liquid. That's all they do is process bacon. No. You know, what they do bacon at the packing plant now is they put the bacon in a plastic sleeve shipping package or display package, and they inject salt and liquid smoke in it, and it cures on the way to the grocery store. But it's not real bacon. That's why it'll spoil. You know, used to my grandmama and my mama, left bacon in the smokehouse. They're going to cut off what they were going to use that day or whatever, slice it off the side of bacon, and leave the rest of the side hanging in the smokehouse. If you leave a pack of bacon you bought at the grocery store on the counter overnight, it'll bring green tomorrow.
Bacon fat.
And bacon used to be preserved. I mean, you know, you were going to go on a trip, you could drop a side of bacon in your backpack and go on. Yeah, I've watched a couple of his videos, but I don't remember enough about it. But he's cold smoking, so the smoke's got to have time to cool off. That same way here, Travis, and don't get cold enough. You make side meat drop. You just put all side meat is the bottom cut of the bacon, the part right here, and slice it up and put it in the salt for a week. You can do that in the refrigerator. Just pack it, salt, the meat, salt. You got side meat after so many days. I had to check with the boy that does ours for us. He's good at it. And but you know, used to they built a firebox right in the middle of the smokehouse. It was a small smoldering fire. And it was inside the building. So no. I need to check that out too for our school. Now I think jerky's dry in B-Bird. I know we make deer jerky, just hang it on the oven rack. Get your oven racks good and clean, and cut your meat up in strips, and put it on the oven rack, and cut the oven on low with the door. And you know, sometime at some point in time, hours and hours later, it'll be jerky. Or food, that's right.
Small.
Well, hey, Smalls B. I'm glad to help you. Yeah, dehydrator, that's right, B-Bird. We try to do a little homestead fellowship, kind of introduce yourself. We don't want no personal information like your mama's maiden name or name of your first dog or anything. But kind of introduce yourself, and there's some good people in here. Let everybody get to know each other. We got the whole country covered.
You see the Chinese food?
Yeah. That's right, B-Bird, like for Canonscope, like the food dehydrator. I got a friend of mine that makes deer jerky in a food dehydrator like that. And I've got some friends that make that Mexican beef jerky, that stuff, the big sheets of it, they make it in their commercial. You know, the jerky you cook. You know, that Mexican beef jerky that they cook, they cut it up and put it in the soup mixture. Y'all, we're supposed to get off here at 11 o'clock, so we're going to let everybody kind of talk amongst yourselves, tell everybody goodbye and everything. We're gonna be getting off in just a minute.
Fried pickles.
Well, thank you.
What did I have to tell the guys to use? I'll take care of them.
I remember it.
Well, I figured out how to monetize videos.
Don't monetize one of these.
What?
Don't monetize one of these.
Easy.
We just one of the
Oh, okay. Let me do that. You can get me.
well, I don't want you to find we were going to you know what I mean? We were there, I see. You understand what I'm saying?
Turn it off.
Right, if you want something. We will, Eric. We will. I tell you what, Eric, it might be safer if you just call us when you get a minute.
I have ideas on what beginners want to do.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody.
And happy Thanksgiving again. But
I don't
Eric,
see us going to Georgia anytime soon. But fried pickles is so good.
you know what?
Yes.
Tell Eric to just call us when she gets it.
Have you already given her the number?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
Or email us or Facebook.
Yeah. All right. She will tomorrow sometime. Have a good night. All right, everybody have a good night. Some of the videos are monetized, but they are skippable ads. It's supposed to be. That's why I set it up. If you want to skip them, you want, no problem with that.
Good night, everybody. And I appreciate you watching.
Happy Thanksgiving. We will see you after Thanksgiving. So,
Well, let everybody get free talk. And I always hate when I'm on live and trying to tell somebody something.
what is that? Warren, don't forget to send the email to your address. YouTube drop. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Have a good weekend. Wonderful Thanksgiving. And don't eat too much. Rob, you're gonna have to let us know how that fried turkey goes. I know. I hope it does too. I don't want to go back on lockdown. Not cool. Because I like it from the whole lot. Yeah. I'm not gonna do that. Oh, Lisa Hopkins. You have a great Thanksgiving too. Have a great weekend. I think everybody has pretty much.
Is everybody home?
Good night, Brad. Happy Thanksgiving. Comments aren't coming through, but we're still at 13. What? The comments aren't coming through. I feel like there's probably comments that's not coming in. Yeah, Chris's family went through something very similar to that with his grandmother's property. Doc said that they almost passed, mom passed, and dad's on his way out. And then Small Dude said that his parents and his father 4 years with his sister ended up killing it.
Yeah, 10 years, yeah, right. I understand.
Sorry about your mom, Doc. And your dad, too.
That's why I'm gonna have to leave, you'll get started out. There's one thing about.
Who's y'all?
You know it's my mother's already.
I hate to tell them, but I outrule them.
I have one family.
Smallest beef had 500 acres of poison in Montana. Doc said his mom was 89, so no worries. That's a lot.
I don't know where they're anyway.
Doc said his dad sold his 40,000 acre ranch 2 years ago. 40,000, man.
That's really not, I mean, that's big for a ranch, but it's probably average for it. A lot of ranch is probably average for a house in the county.
Was that big for a ranch, Doc?
It's a lot of land, but, you know, in ranching terms, it's a lot of land people. But out there, I ain't even there. That's huge to me. Out there, they made the land hectares of good.
Gordon! He didn't make it. Hi, y'all from Ireland. Hope you doing good. We're back in lockdown. This COVID thing is not going away anytime soon.
Yeah, we're probably fixing to.
Yeah, that's what they're threatening us to. Back when it wasn't worth much in Montana.
You know, I'm gonna tell you something you didn't know, Doc. We almost moved to Montana. No, Montana. Hey, Gordon.
The winter is still bad in Montana.
I know the man told me if I wanted one, I better carry me one with me. One none up there. He was an old man though, he was selling out, ready to move to Florida with his daughter. He was hilarious. He didn't pull no punches. He didn't sugarcoat nothing. I mean, he was a guy. He wanted me to have it. Didn't let me have a Tomcat. I was fool enough to want to go to Montana to be a rancher. And he wanted me to do it. You know. Well, we don't know what's going on here, Gordon. We ain't got a clue. We're just a bunch of little mushrooms. But, you know, it is what it is. They'll lock us down, ain't nothing we can do about it. Just deal with it. But y'all, it's time for us to get off here. So we said we're gonna run to 11 o'clock, and we hate to cut anybody off, especially when people just come in. But we got to go to bed. It's about 2 hours faster than we normally. What we've been going to bed lately. And I got to work tomorrow. She does. She got to help me if she knows me not. So we need to be going to bed. Well, you know, the end board issues. All right, well, you got to elaborate on that one. 'Cause I ain't. Okay, drop.
That's the very.
Yeah, we might check that out. Nah, at least we do have to go get some sleep. Dogs and they're standing in front of the crate.
He's at school rotten. He won't go to bed right. If you put him in the bed, he'll cry, bark.
Oh,
go
back
sleep.
then, Smiles Beef, this has been 30 years ago. Back then, it was $1 million. And I don't remember how it was a lot. It was a mighty big piece of dirt. And I know one of the reasons it was a little bit more expensive than most pieces of dirt around there, but it had electricity running through it. It had a lot. And the man told me, you tell me this is true or not, he said he had to pay for every pole and every piece of wire they ran wire after 2 years. That's what he said. Night, Warren. Send me an email with your address. We do have to go to bed. He's been coming here to get me now. I wish they could see that. That pitiful little wood.
Gordon said Southern shoppers head over to shop in Northern Ireland.
Oh, what's that?
Brock said his great grandfather was a banker and had 3 banks, and the first had the phone in his hand. Small business running power does get expensive. He said he was out there.
We thought like he had to pay for they didn't charge him no labor, but he had to pay, after this sounds right, but he had to pay no labor to the wire, but he had to pay for the poles, the light poles and the wire. The only way they bring that here to
We think in North Carolina got light poles.
the water. Oh, they ain't good. This one they put it down, they're rotten. On one end, you say,
Brock said he closed 2 banks in Montana during the Depression and made made sure people got their money. Well, that's good. That's really good. There's not many people do. Brock said you had to crawl up the pole to use the phone.
stop that relation with my wire.
Gordon said sterling rate at the time low because of Brexit. $1.10 to euro rate. He said it's $1.10 to euro rate. keep yawning my eyes. I keep yawning my eyes a little bit. Well, you're talking. Do you have a kid that people? Let's see. Thanks for coming.
Well, we need something to put in the mat before we go out.
Work. €1 worth 90 pence. So 110 is dollar, right? So, well, there's usually a little bit of a difference between a dollar and a euro, right? Is euro running the same as the pound? No. You talking about exchange rate? Warren said he thinks that the rates will even out over time. He said that €1 is worth 90 pence sterling.
How much that is?
Way people sterling cosmetics like
Okay.
that. Think it's preferred to use sterling?
Well,
Here
it's
they
a
won't
different
let-
country.
Oh,
Northern Ireland or used to be, I think the way I understand it was, Britain was part of the European Union, so was Ireland. So Northern Ireland and Ireland didn't really have a border. So it was both part of the same little outfit. Now it's back to Ireland and Northern Ireland being separate, using different money. You understand what I'm saying? Like if we went to Mexico, it still was cheaper in Mexico. I think that's right. Ain't it right, Gordon? You still there? You know, like pesos, you get more pesos for $1. You know. Right? Well, y'all, we got to get off here. We got good bed. And we enjoyed it a whole lot. We enjoyed everybody staying here as long as you did. And we enjoyed talking to you. And we'll see y'all next Friday night. You know, Warren, people make a living doing that, don't they? Don't they make a living trading the on the difference in money exchange rate?
yeah, I can look at.
Anyway, good night, y'all. We had a good time, and we hope to see y'all next week when everybody gets through saying good night to everybody. Long Southern goodbye. It'd be the same if y'all were over here. We sat at the porch talking for hours and said, yeah, they're more than we. That's what we ought to do. Start to trade on the exchange rate on money. But anyway, looks like everybody's through, and good night, y'all. I appreciate it. You just waiting this money in to get up here and where you do.
It's behind, I think.